For everybody that's tuned in, thank you for another episode of the Big Homie Told Me Show. I got a super special guest right here, man. Hey, I got Rob Wells right now. I saw him on the gram, and he been working. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get him on the show, man, so he can talk his shit and let the people know where he coming from, what he doing, and what he got coming up. What's good, bro?
Absolutely. 40. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for having me. It's been crazy, and like, yeah, I've been trying to put in as much work as possible. It's like to another level, because the only way people catch you and you stand out is if you just don't stop. And I learned that. I've actually been recording going on at least a decade since I was like 14, 15. But that was like home recordings. You feel me? So it's like every step of the way. Like back then, I thought some of the shit I was doing was probably the best work in the world. I go back and listen to it now. It's like, what was I thinking? What was I doing? But it's the work and the ethic and the solidarity behind the, like, how confident I know I'm going to take what I got to do to the next level. So that's why I just stay working.
Absolutely, man. Let the people know where you're from. Where are you from?
I'm from Huntington Station, New York. For those who don't know, AKA Exit 40 off the Northern State Parkway. That's why I rep my brand, 40 Star. You can find it all over the place. Hit the DM if you're looking for a shirt. I got shirts right now. The new fitteds are coming out, and I got a couple crew necks left. If you want to get ready for the fall, for the winter when it gets cold out again, because that shit's coming soon, which means new music too. Because hoodie season is my favorite time to start dropping tracks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is. So he coming from New York, man. What is it like right now out in New York, man? You know, because the pandemic is it's kind of ramping up again, but it slowed down. You know, from what I've been seeing on the news, man, New York been off the chain, man. People been getting violated and all type of shit on the train and everywhere, man. Talk about the temperature in New York right now when it comes to just the atmosphere and everything.
That's the thing. It's so crazy because, like, New York has always been New York, you feel me? You always got to kind of know what you're doing. Keep your eyes, like, wide. Be always alert. But at the same time, like, when you're from New York, you know who's from New York and you catch vibes real quick. So it's like 9 times out of 10, like, we're already focused on what we're doing too much to have a problem with someone else. But for some reason, the media has been pushing it to where, like, everyone's trying to pit against each other. And, like, yeah, there's always shit going on. But for the most part, it's like I've seen a lot of people getting together to actually, like, help shit in New York. Like, because we're a lot of people, no matter, like, I say this, you could get anywhere in New York in a half hour to an hour, realistically, at the end of the day. And that's not like upstate and everything, but, like, at the end of the day, anywhere else, like, you could get anywhere in between a half hour to an hour. So it's like, we already know what each other's dealing with. Half the times, the houses or the apartments or whatever you're at is so compiled on top of each other, you're family by the end of the day anyway. So, like, I know what you're talking about, though. People were going crazy between wearing masks, not wearing masks, between all the different, like, hate crimes and all this shit going on, people going loopy for no reason. I feel like it's really just like, I feel like shit wasn't going like that, and people were trying to figure out what they could egg on, and then more people caught on to, they felt offended by something that hadn't happened and started making it go snowball effect, you know? And it's like, New York is in, like, a renaissance right now. We're all rebuilding. Like, a lot of people are coming together that would not expect to, like, really work with each other, and, like, not just, like, that's, like, in real life, like, family-wise, home-wise, wherever you're at, but also, like music and art and everything, people are really getting their shit together and really locking in. It's like, it's a beautiful thing. Everyone's tired of being stuck at home, like, away from everybody. Everyone wants to bring shit back to where it was and even to a higher level at this point. So I'm here for it.
How has your environment, influenced your music? You know what I mean? Does it influence it a lot? You know what I mean? Like, when you're in the lab and you're creating?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's funny you say that, because, like, realistically, the most recent music you'll hear from me, like, as of right now, other than music, like, I still work. So I'm delivering food. I'm doing whatever I can. I'm in my car listening to the beats, driving with my knees, with my notes open, vibing to the beat, driving, ready to deliver food to, like, 3 different families, getting my lyrics down, my notes. That's like the last 4 drops I had. That's all from my car. I swear to God. I work 6 days a week, bro. It's like 50, 60 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still, by the time I'm out of work, boom, studio, or boom, let's go get this work done. Let's go get this clothing done. Let's plot. What's the next thing that we got to get going? So So being in New
Yeah,
York, like, it's just that's the biggest influence. Like, because when it comes to hip hop, like, I don't have, I have, I'm starting to get a buzz, but I don't have a lot of attention on me, like all eyes on me type shit yet. So when that does happen, I'm already going to be placed into a category. I'm going to have to rep New York to the foot. Like it's going to be on my back once I do get to where I want to go. So I already understand that now. So I try to make sure that when I put things together, like every section could feel it. So it's like,
right.
cause I want to represent New York properly and faithfully. You know what I'm saying? So being from New
Hell
York,
yeah.
like living in different parts, like being in Queens, my sister lived in Brooklyn. I'm out on the island right now. I'm all over the place. I got a little bit of I touch down everywhere and kind of get a sense of what's going on, and I move with the times. And bro, I just hope
Yeah.
that it shows in the music because like I do it for New York, so it's like it's a
No,
major influence.
you said it though. You said, consistency and just putting in the work is definitely going to get you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? If you just stay consistent with it. Talk about, you you just said that you be driving with your knees, you be right, you listen to the beat, right? Bruh, first off, stay safe, bruh. Second off, man, I respect that grind. You know what I'm saying? That you getting it in no matter what. You know what I mean? Talk about just that energy to want to get it in and fulfill your dreams. Even though you still have a 9 to 5 right now, but you still getting it in. Talk about how do you kind of like compartmentalize your time and you're still able to get your job done and still follow your dreams. Talk about that.
Well, there's a time where like you say in your life enough is enough. Like there's no other options. Like what I believe it's supposed to happen in my life, where I believe I'm supposed to go. If I truly do believe that, why am I going to let something stop me tomorrow in getting to there, or be like, oh, people aren't really fucking with the last thing I dropped. Let me just take it easy, take a break. Da, da, da. No, I made it for a reason. I put it out for a reason. There's more positive than negative responses. I keep evolving. I keep getting new lanes open, new doors open, new outlets. The more you work, the more like it's just I don't understand. Like I've had my heart in it before I jumped into the flames. You feel me? So it's like
Yeah,
I didn't want to become a rapper because I seen someone look fly on Instagram. You feel me? Like
right.
I still love the art. It's still my sport. I really do this. So
Straight up.
I take my time and I'm like that's the thing. I tell my brothers all the time. The only time I act up and I get like into a nasty attitude is when I want to rap and I can't. Because a lot of times I already know I can't. I either got to
Yeah.
focus on work. I got to focus on taking care of the family. I got to do this, that, the third. So when I know I can't rap, I think about everything else. Once it's time to rap, though, you're not gonna see me on the phone like that unless I'm working on the music through the phone. You're not gonna see me up in everybody's bubble trying to see what's new. No, I take the time and I kind of just like get in my own head and I stick to like I make a plan and I set it up as it's almost like kind of like setting up like a story. Every new drop or every new thing I got to work on, it's almost like me planning out a story. Because you remember in school when you have to like set it up like the beginning, the middle, the conclusion, all that shit.
Yeah.
If I feel like I can't get a full grasp on a project like that, I probably am going to throw it away. But once I feel it like that, when I feel a basis and I could sense the end, but the end is not written yet, and I feel like I could build something off that, then I just go full focus. Like that's what I'm doing right now. I actually I got these 3 little songs with my producer Amari. I've been working with him since like a year and a half, going on 2 years. We did 2 songs every month, whole pandemic, plus what was that, 13 tracks on the album, which had Corey Guns, DNA, Tammy Jean, and
Yeah.
everything. Now our new shit that's about to come out, it's with Tammy Jean, second generation Wu-Tang, shout out, Gifted Intel,
Yep.
Sick in the Head, all of them, that's about to be crazy.
You working. You working.
Yeah, yeah, the new tape I'm dropping with Amari now, I literally told him, I was like, I called it Diamond Roulette because I found the artwork. Shout out my boy Danny Dolphin. He's crazy with it too. Like I have a team now. I finally have a team and it's all set. It's crazy. So I seen artwork that I liked that was pre-made, bought it, sent it to my producer, said, just make me 3 tracks of whatever you feel you fuck with right now. I'm gonna call it Diamond Roulette because there's diamonds on the cover, and give me beats that I have to challenge myself. I was like, throw me in the ring. I'm gonna do 3 random songs and just I'm not gonna give you what I want it to sound like. Throw me random beats. We're gonna call it Diamond Roulette and play with that. And the people who I get onto the tracks, they're not gonna be used to the sounds either. I said go different with it. And if they can't accept the challenge, they're not on it. If I can't accept the challenge, I gotta keep pushing. I gotta get on. And so like that's a little play on it's Diamond
Yeah.
Roulette because yeah, exactly. And so because I thought of it from seeing the cover, that was like the intro. Boom, I was able to
Right.
make it into what it is now. And the final product is they're gonna be like, what does Diamond Roulette mean? And like I speak about it throughout the thing. Like I didn't even plan on making this, but I wanted my producer to have fun. And I always am telling him I need this type of beat, I need that type of beat. Da, 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 da. Like he's an artist too. I put all my producers as featured artists because that's another thing. I do not play about business. I own the clothing company, I own the label. I put in all my work. I pay my taxes on this shit at this point. I pay my taxes on the royalties. So it's like
ain't no time to play. Ain't no time to play.
No time to play. And like
Let me ask you this. Not to cut you off. Let me ask you.
You're good. You're good, bro.
With your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that like a therapy for you? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where you express yourself. Talk about that. Talk about how your music is therapeutic for you.
9 times out of 10, not saying not in like a depressing, not in a negative way, but 9 times out of 10, like because I'm so busy and everything else, that's all I got sometimes because I'm just by myself a lot. Not saying I don't have people in my corner, I don't have support, I do, but 9 times out of 10, when I'm on my path, when I'm doing what I got to do, 9 times out of 10, I'm by myself. So my music is what I still have with me, not only to listen when I need to relax, but also I'll go to songs that I say something that represents how I'm feeling right now or explains how to get out of a jam like that. Or I'll go listen to all my favorite artists and they'll remind me why I even keep going, because if they could get something done like that, I must be able to get my way done the same way. And it's just, it brings me ease of mind, a peace of mind and all that. But it also, like, you got to understand, this is my sport. It's like blood sport. Like, it also stresses me out sometimes. I'll get crazy because, like, I don't play about it. And my main goal, because I'm from New York, is like, I'm always going to make it. I love so many different types of music. I want to make songs that people go crazy to, have fun to, party, da 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 da. But like my bars is, I am a very sharp critic on mine and other people's bars, like to another extent.
Who's some of your influences? You know what I mean? People that you kind of vibe with. You know, you kind of like not copy their style or anything like that, but you know, you just catch influence, motivation, and shit like that. Give me a couple artists.
A lot of motivation I get is definitely, I could name like 4 or 5 people. I love the motivation question because I hate the top 5 question because I have a million top 5 depending on region, depending on time, like eras and shit. So thank you. The motivational purpose, I could literally off the top of my head right now, but there'll be a battle between 5th and 6th. It's definitely, you got Jeezy up there, Banks up there, Drake up there, Fabulous, and then like between like Jay-Z and like Common, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just a certain way that he speaks too. It's like everybody has a certain thing that like is very distinct about them, to where that made me want to find out what was distinct about myself to present. Because each one of those artists, even if they don't have a favorite song, you can't pick a favorite song that they made of yours. You could hear something that they said or a way they said it and be like, I could see why people react to him. People are out there really rocking with him. It's a different vibe. Like when it comes to motivation and stuff, like I give roses when they need to be given. You know what I'm saying? Like I will always give props when it's necessary.
Straight up.
If I don't fuck with a full song, I'm still gonna listen to find a piece where I see where the person is aiming for. Like maybe if I don't fuck with the intention, or if I don't completely understand how they're living their life, if I could respect what they're presenting, I'd rather take that than jump the gun and automatically just knock their work. Like I know what it's like to do that work, so I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna see what you did right, and I'm gonna respect. I'm definitely gonna give respect and props when it's due. Absolutely.
When can we expect some visuals from you? You working on some new visuals? What we got going on? What you got in the vault?
You need to see. That's the thing. You need to ask my man Box Visuals to stop being so good, because he is so good that he's always, like I said, I work 6 days a week, damn near like between 50, 60 hours, depending on how crazy it is. His schedule is crazy and my schedule is super crazy. So it's like he doesn't have a 9 to 5, but his 9 to 5 is his dream right now, is making these visuals. But he's so good at it. He got a big section on lock. He's constantly booked. So finding the middle time where we could both just sit, chop it up about the plan. I'm talking about just trying to link up to plan the idea. It's been a while,
Yeah.
but we've been in talks the last 2 weeks. I will tell you that. So before the end of the summer, I will have 1-2 videos out. That's a promise. And you heard it here first.
Hey,
Absolutely.
straight
Because
up.
I
Big
haven't
homie
put out a
told me
visual
so.
since last year.
Oh, exactly, man. Because I was looking. That's why I asked you. I wanted to know, like, okay, when can we expect some visuals? Let me ask you, man. Like, you know, growing up in New York, what's something that you've learned, you know, along your life, you know, that a big homie has taught you or showed you? Something that you still kind of live by today and you remember, and it's kind of shaped you a little bit.
Best example I could give probably is my man Stud. I just seen him post this the other day actually, and he always stays giving this type of motivation. Nobody's giving the manual to this shit. If you got to mess up, you got to mess up. All you got to do is clean it up, keep your chin up, and keep walking. You know what I'm saying? So
Straight
it's like you can't ever take any lessons in life and treat it as like it's a mark, a X on your permanent record, like, because the only person who's going to be judging yourself is you at that point.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. Like, at the end of the day, people are they're going to move on, and nobody has the full instructions to how to get to where we all belong, or to where we want to be, at least where we dream. So it's like, take every day step by step, and just don't knock yourself when you don't get to where you want to go, or when you mess up or whatever. Just get there, and then get 2 steps ahead after that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can just keep going. People forget, they get stuck. Stagnancy is you can't get stuck in the mud. You got to always keep going.
Got to keep going, man. Let me ask you, you know, what's your stage performance like? You got any shows coming up? You working on any shows, doing performances? What we looking like?
I'll be honest. The last thing I was supposed to do, literally the last show I even had scheduled, was last February. I was ready to put down the money to be on the bus, have my room, and have anything else. I was supposed to do a small little thing at South by Southwest, and then COVID hit, bro. I finally had to move, and COVID hit, bro. So I haven't even spoken to anybody because I don't know what's open yet, but I have been keeping my eyes out, and I might try to do a couple local things. But I don't know how this works as of right now, so I'm not really sure what I can't get into. It's been real crazy with that, in that sense, things opening up. I don't know how venues are acting. I don't know if it's going to work out in the same, because I've been
tap in.
I know. I've been sending shows to my brother since what? For maybe like 6-7 years now. It's like when I was 18, this shit was simpler than it is now. Now with the COVID shit,
right.
And because you got to line up, you got to be very careful, because I am my manager. I am everything for myself. So it's like when I go and I set these shits up, like you got to sign paperwork and say, oh, you promised that this is going to go down like this. These people are going to follow this. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And it's like, I can't guarantee anything right now. I barely know what I got locked in right. You know what I'm saying? So like everyone's going to go try to turn up and have a good time. I don't know who's going to pull up for what if I post what flyer. You feel me? So it's like, I want to learn all the rules so I could tell people first, like, all right, it's going down like this. Please just maintain this. Do not step out of line. If you got to cover this, just do it. Whatever. Just come and have a good time. If you got to pull it down once you get inside, cool. Like, I don't know yet. And so
you gotta pull up to some of these showcases, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to pull up to some of these showcases, some of these open mics. You know what I'm saying? Just to get out there, because it's all content. It's all content. You know what I mean? I'm out here in Arizona. We got shows year round. We don't shut down. We ain't even shut down for COVID like that. We shut down for about a week. You know what I'm saying? So, man, literally, it was more than a week. You know what I mean? But we was like one of the states that shut down for the least amount of time, for sure. You know, we were open up for a long time. But the reason I say that is because, man, you know, we got shows all day out here, man. So, you know, hit me up and we can work something out. You know what I'm saying? For sure,
okay.
For sure. You know,
if
you
it's
tapped
like that,
in.
then let me see what I could do for real. Because that's
you tapped in with the Big Homie Told Me show, bro.
You hear how I'll be moving, so we'll definitely talk, because that might have to happen. I don't want to
Yeah, we
just
could
say
definitely make that
say.
happen.
If I tell someone I want to make something happen, I end up finding a way to make it happen. So we could definitely do
Easy,
something.
easy. You know, so being that you know you're on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're creating a buzz, and your buzz is you know it's flourishing right now. Talk to me about when artists get in your DMs and they want to do a song with you. How do you decide who you're going to do a song with?
I do a little bit of a Carfax. I'm not gonna lie, just because some of the people who are like a New York timing, you got to remember I was outside with a couple people. If you just go back and see my work and everything else, like I'm around certain people sometimes. I got my own people where I live, whatever. And so
Right?
I do little background checks, of course, but that's for anything. That's for anything. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to artists,
Period.
like if I hear serious bars and I hear like you recorded it in your bathroom, I'm gonna probably bring you to a cool studio and see what you could really do. If I hear someone who is either just lying about everything, just like looks like a bro. If
Yeah.
if they're just yeah, bro. If they're just doing it just because they think it's gonna get them some pussy on a Friday because they made a couple thousand followers off of like doing some funny, like I'm not here for that, bro. Hip hop is not a trend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right. Say that.
yeah,
It's not a
yeah,
trend,
exactly.
man.
Yeah, hip hop is not a trend. It's a lifestyle. It's a religion. It's like it's.
Facts.
Come on, man. It's art. Just don't come on.
You know, you're in New York. You're in the Mecca, man. You're in the Mecca of just hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Where it started at. You know what I mean? Being in New York. What's the vibes like with the music scene, underground or mainstream? What is it like right now at this moment in New York? Just the music scene.
Let me tell you here firsthand. Like I go to the depths. Like I told you, I'm in the car all day. If I'm not making my own music, I'm going in looking for new music. New York underground has some of the craziest shit ready to break through to the surface. I'm telling. This is not cap. A lot of people be talking a lot of bullshit. You heard how I try to speak as humble as possible on every subject I touch. Like I'm being very honest. New York's underground all throughout. I don't know what put the battery in everybody's back, but there's been a lot of gummy. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of niggas who was trash. Stop rapping. Fuck ass. I promise. But the gross population is really putting in solid work, and they're really doing like if certain people could get more of a reach. Oh my god, do you understand? Like, cause I'm behind the scenes for a lot of shit, a lot of the times too. So it's like some of the shit I'm around, some of the shit people send me. Like, it's wild. I'm like, damn. Like, I'll cut off the radio or whatever Sirius XM I'm playing. I'll go back to a local artist because I'm like, yo, I feel this.
Yeah.
There's only so many fake Balenciagas and Rolexes and Rollies and Rolls Royces and I'm not in it. I'll fuck with it for so long until it's not me. Like yeah, it's a good vibe. All the new like the mainstream artists who are doing the thing, but 9 times out of 10, if I'm listening to a mainstream artist, I'm listening to them talk about the past. I'm not listening to every song about how rich everybody is every single day. I'm not
straight up.
I'm still getting to my shit. So it's like I could only vibe with it so much. Like I don't have all that shit that I want yet, or that I'm going to get.
When do you know that it's that time to let your 9 to 5 go and just jump straight into music and push music like it's no tomorrow? Like, when is that time for you?
Realistically, probably when I have enough handled on my end to know that I want to know that, like, if I have to go away for the music, if I have to go handle something, if I have to make moves on a regular, I want to know, like, that I have something put aside that, like, I could make sure, like, my mom's and everything is completely, you know what I'm saying? So if I have to be, because, like, I could still be, like, not have too much, but have a buzz and have something going where, like, yeah, we have to travel a little bit. We got to go to Atlanta. We got to go to Florida. We got to go to LA. When it gets to that, and, like, I can make those moves and still know she's good, that's when I probably take the big leap. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, like, I'll get it how I live type shit. But right now, I still need some security net.
I hear you. Get your money, man. Get your money. Look, you know, you talk about, you know, you have a clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? Sir. Talk about your brand. How did the name? What's the name of it? How did it come about? You know what I mean? Talk about your brand.
Let me go grab that shit. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you good, man.
Yes, sir.
Right here, big homie told me show. We live and direct.
Big homie told me, so I went and got it. 40 Star Apparel, official streetwear of 40 Star. What we got here is something clean. You know I'm sending you one. You just gotta send me where to send it to. I know the background got shit kind of fucked up, but this is the shirt. Actually, matter of fact, let me cut that shit off real quick and see if I can do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it wasn't
I was promoting the new album on that, and look,
I see you.
Absolutely, I never used Zoom in my life. I was like, let me see what this do. So yeah, this is here. Let me get in the light, bro. All right, so here we go.
Yeah.
Authentic gold. You know what I'm saying? This
is sir.
40 Star. That's the logo. That's the imprint. That gold never fades. I've been doing this for years. Yeah, you got. Let me know. I'm gonna send you one.
Hell yeah.
40 Star. Like I said, we're off of Exit 40 off the Northern State. So when I was a kid, I made the name Fortestera. Excuse me, this beard got me fucked up. I made Fortestera was just like, I felt like that was a label. I was weird as a kid, bro. And I put shit together, all types of crazy. When I was like 13, 14, bro, was when like all of the hip hop heads and everybody was like talking like Illuminati and shit. You feel me? So I was like super anti that. So I was like, I did research on language. I was crazy as a kid because I was so into hip hop and so into words and everything else. I went and I figured strong stars and all that. That's Fortestera. So it's like Exit 40. I've noticed that like maybe a year or two later. I wasn't even saying 40 Star or nothing. It was Fortestera, and nobody fucked with it. And if like you look at it, you say it fast, and it look like 40 Star. It's strong stars, and it's strong stars in Latin. And we're Exit 40, so like I have 40 Star, and it just now when I drive around everywhere, like someone will honk and fucking roll down the way, yo 40 Star, like I'll be everywhere. Yeah, 40 Star.
Right. Hey man, that's what's up, man. Do you have a website for it?
At the moment, I'm under construction. I actually had two, but because I'm doing I'm actually making a couple moves right now that I do have to keep on the hush, but I don't know what's going on with Brandon and everything because I do have to flip some shit because I own my shit personally. But just in case I branch out and have to do merchandise separately, if I got a couple things going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Talk to these people real quick and see what's going on. Whatever anybody needs, they could find on at 40 Star Apparel on Instagram and then send me a DM. I get everything to everybody, no matter what. That's a guarantee. So as of right now, you can shop through Instagram. And yeah,
it's all around. You know, I see you, man. I see you working, man. You are definitely working, man. You know, how has it been for you, you know, on your journey? You know what I mean? How has it been on your journey? You know, as you see yourself gaining a buzz, you're getting a lot of feedback from your music, from your merch and things like that. You know, how are the ladies treating you, man? Talk are the ladies coming your way? What's going on, man? How we looking?
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. As soon as I finally started to get focused and get my shit in line. Thought I grew up a little bit in my head and like, okay, yeah, let me not try to chase every little piece of tail that comes my way. Let me get on my shit. Boom. All of a sudden now, I keep my shit clean every day. I'm at the barber once a week at least. I'm getting my shit together. I'm glowing right now. I'm happy. I'm in good moods. Now everybody want to flock. Not everybody. It's not.
I know what you're saying.
Now a lot of now females starting to flock, and I'm like, fam, where was you at when like I was thinking about when that like I wouldn't even care. I've been like, yeah, I'm taking off the next 3 days. Like, what it is like? Nah, now it's like cool. I'm getting like a certain type of love where it's like I'm on my timing right now. So it's like
Facts.
Like I don't take advantage of it, but I'm also not. I'm not wasting my time. I'm 25. I'm clocking close to 30. So I got to do what I got to do.
Come on, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Now they're starting to see where my journey's going, and like the old vision I had that no one else had. Now that it's starting to come to fruition. Now, oh shit! Oh Rob, what's up? Yo, I just seen you drop this new thing. Yeah, but did you listen though? Like, yeah, you could get a friend. Like, I still know. Like, you gotta bump that shit and walk up to me and spit the first 3 bars, and then let's go talk about this, shorty. Like,
come on, man, just like that. You know, you out there in New York, man. You out there in New York. You know what? I actually went to New York for the first time a year ago. You know what I'm saying? New
I mean, I
York is lit.
I to the West Coast, so it's like don't that what ignore that because that was stupid. I've never been to the West Coast.
Oh, you haven't been to the West Coast yet?
Never, bro. I need to. I'm
You gotta
dying.
get to the West Coast, man.
I think my brother just got off a flight over there right now. Shout out 40RX. His new music's coming out soon too. I should tell him to.
Yeah.
He's in. I'm not. I don't even know where he's at, but I wouldn't drop his daddy anyway because this internet. This is crazy. But I'll definitely get into with you behind the scenes, and that would be a cool link up too. Yeah, bro. We'll figure
Come on,
something.
man. That's how it works, man. Network is network.
Absolutely.
As you're making these moves, and you're building up your platform, your streams are going up, your music is going up. When you're in a studio or you're creating your writing, how do you know when you got you one that you like, shit, I got to put this out? Like, how do you know that you got one and you just ready to put it out?
I won't finish writing a song if I feel like if I'm not rocking, like if I don't put my heart, not that I'm not rocking with it, but if I don't remember it's not the first thing in my mind, like, yo, I gotta go finish that song because that shit was fire. That's gonna be an old like throwaway verse. Like if I'm in the studio and need to throw something for someone else's track, when I start something, as of recently too, that's what I'm saying. Like that's where my mind has been recently. It used to be I'd have too many writtens and then I would just keep going through and then find, because I really don't write the beats. I usually write and then find a beat. That's how it was. But as of recently, I've been working with the producer more. So like, it's been kind of cool. The timing is a lot better when you work simultaneously. But
right.
But at what it is now, it's like if I dive into a song, like if I don't finish writing it right there, that's the thing. I'll either finish writing it right there, or I'll need to chop it up between like a couple hours. Like if I'm busy at work, like I said, just driving in the car, just doing it. But if I don't get the full feel of a song out at this point, because that's where I would be. Every song that I'm putting out for like the last 2 years at least, each one is like one single day. You feel me? Like yeah. I'm not spanning my whole life story and every single y'all are literally, if I wrote that probably in 20 minutes delivering pizza. Like I'm trying to tell you, like I'm just thinking about what I did last week. I swear to
Straight
God.
Straight up.
That's like if I take a while, like say money's low and I have to wait before I go buy the beats, buy the feature, buy this, buy the studio time, go and get it mastered, If I don't have time for that, or I gotta just handle everything else. When I sit on music, like I trip a little bit because I'm like, damn, like this is washed. Like I'm off it already. It could last for a while. And a lot of times what I've been working on is making my music age well. And in my opinion, I'm not talking highly of myself, but in my opinion, I've been doing a good job. Like I enjoy my music later on than on the initial drop, which is dope. But like at the same time, when I'm working on a song, I will listen to one song. Like say I'm working on an EP, like 8 tracks, bro, there's going to be like 1 day or 2 of each song on repeat all day, listening to everything I messed up or that I think I messed up and cleaning up every process. I'm such a bad critic because like, not a bad critic, but like I'm like a heavy critic on myself. I'm like, I don't give myself any breathing room and I over listen and then I get tired of this shit. But like,
yeah,
when I do that, I'm still doing it with like my ear to it the way I would hope my best track in the world will come out. You know what I'm saying? And so it leaves me room for error, but like I'm still going to be very critical. And like I've just found that's a certain way to just weed out my like what could be trash and just eliminate it from whatever process I got going on.
But it don't have to be perfect. I know you might be hard on yourself, but don't slow your pace down because you want it to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Consistency is more important than perfection. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you just said, you know what I mean? Shit, you could put out 10 songs, you know what I'm saying? And they can find 3 or 4 that's bangers. And the rest of them might be, oh, they're all right. You know what I'm saying? You still got 3, 4 bangers, so you still getting love.
And you exactly. That's why I stay pushing out projects. I think I got 2 EPs so far and like 4 or 5 singles out this year, starting with my birthday song, Quarter Cent 40. So, and then I did one of the R&B. I tried that. That was experimental. I've been getting some good reviews. And then I got this tape with all beats from this producer from Italy. So it was like all like experimental, a lot of this shit. And then 3 EPs. I just dropped last Friday with Level 13. Shout out Level 13. That's my homie from Philly. He's a real dope he's a real dope producer. He's just his
You
vibe is
working. You putting
working.
it, you're working with people from all around. That's the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Get your sound all around. You know what I mean? When you out there, you know what I mean? When you're out there, you know what I mean? And you're networking, you're connecting, especially on social media. You know what I mean? Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for promoters in your area that are throwing shows or anything like that? Because I feel
Yeah,
like it's important. You got to do that.
I know. I keep my eye out, and I try to stay tapped into everything going on around me. But like I said too, with my schedule being weird, like there's been a multitude of times where I got invited to do like heavy shit, like line for like be on a good lineup, and I'd be like, yeah, but I could be there at 10 when I get out. I could be there at 11, and they'll be like, shit's a dub,
Yeah.
fam. Like,
Since
damn.
the shit. Nah, hey, but look though, if this is a dream that you got and you want it to be a reality, shit, you might have to miss a day of work. Not
You
every
know,
day, but
I definitely,
you might have to miss a day.
there was times where I cut out early. I was like, you know what, yo, no, my boss has been cool about it. Sometimes I left and was like, yo, I gotta go open for Corey Guns. Bet, go wash up, bang.
Yeah.
We at the 5 spot in Brooklyn, and we opening for Corey Guns. So like, yeah, like I do take the opportunities when I can, but some of them, like I'm saying, like as of recently, like the local showcase, I don't know what's going on too much with shit like that. So it's like,
Right.
I'm not going to cut out the bread to go pull up to something that's going to be like half-assed. You feel me? Like I did the half-ass shit when I was a kid, and like I'm
Yeah.
not letting try to take 150 out of my pocket for me to be surrounded by a bunch of goofballs with a mic that ain't working because I'm a grown man. I'm gonna be real upset at the end of the day, and I'm not letting it go down like that. I'm not 18 years old no more. I'm not getting played out in this game. I got a list of people who played me out a couple times in this motherfucking. I'm still
Facts.
I don't see them as much on the internet, but when I see them in person, I'm definitely gonna ask them where the fuck my money is from when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's real though. You do gotta have. Let's talk about that, man, because you do have to have your game and your head on right, because people will take advantage. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
come
telling you,
on,
bro,
man.
I got a crazy list, and I'm still in this rap shit, bro. I was a little kid. Like I said, I'm my own manager. I pushed my shit. I had a number. I was on the charts as #2 last year in Sweden with my album Mac 40 with Lil Mac GS9. I'm trying to tell people like I put in a lot of work. I'm not gonna be played out like I'm not a goofy, like I'm not doing this as jokes. Like I really love the shit I'm doing. So it's like when I pull up, I'm gonna go put my energy into whatever you got going. Like I'm here. You don't even have to pay me half the time to perform. You put me on a serious list where I know we're in a good spot or whatever. Valid. I need exposure. I'll pay for my cameraman, and when he gets your other artists who you got on the showcase, and he makes them look great, and then they start looking for him, and now you're checking in for all this because I set shit up like a businessman. I'm gonna have the clothes. Everyone's gonna be wearing my brand when I pull up there, and I'm gonna bring
Yes.
my cameraman. Even if they have their own cameraman, I need my BTS personal for my reels, for my IGTV. I need my shit different. I'm gonna have bread set aside for everybody to have their drinks and have everything handled. It's gonna be a different look when I pull up as opposed to other artists who are pulling up and just going on IG live in a $1,500 Balenciaga shirt. That shirt is not gonna help you rap. And it's
Real
from
shit.
anybody else. You gotta set the party up right. You gotta handle the business properly. And I'm not. That's like the main thing. Like no matter how much I love this rap shit, like I will always like I'll go to war over this shit. Not saying like lyrics and where
Yeah.
we at and talking about behind the scenes. Like no one's stealing my royalties, my masters, my da 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 da. Like no one's blackballing me from like nothing crazy. Like I'm going like when it comes to business, you're gonna see that I promise I take it so seriously. It's not business if it's not mutually beneficial. So it's like
Right.
I'm not pulling up if it's going to make one of the two people involved look stupid. So just if they understand that that's how I move off rip, everybody should be fine. But there's still going to be funny style people playing with a back end, playing with a name, etc., etc. And it's like, I'm
Talk
not.
about talk about keeping strong relationships and not burning bridges and shit, especially in this entertainment game.
I got artists. I got people with blue checks who, if I've been involved with, if I met or if I worked with, that I check in on and ask about how's family, how's this, how's that, still on the regular, and vice versa. They do the same things for me. I got people in music who aren't already on that, and I keep close ties, and I really only work with people there's maybe like one or two people who Oh no. Okay, maybe it's 3 or 4 at this point, but I have like over 300 songs, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's really minimal. Like I have maybe 3 or 4 people who I have songs with that I've never shaken their hands.
Yeah.
Like a couple of my big features, I didn't do the features till after like I opened for them a couple times. I shook their hands, we got numbers, and we actually, you know what I'm saying. A lot of the local people who I'm around, it's people who I genuinely fuck with, or I came up with, or I respect their hustle to that extent. Um, yeah, bro, it's like I
Yeah.
don't, I don't like to just. It doesn't just once the song's over, like it's not like curtain closed. Like I'm still with people like off rip. Like that's what it is. It's like it's a vibe. It's a community. Like it. We're doing this to build each other off rip. Like not only are we enjoying the song, but like tomorrow, like hope you're good, bro. I hope
Straight
everything's
up.
over. I'm gonna celebrate. If I see you posted something, you have something good going on in your life, I'm gonna hype it up. If you got a new song that has ain't shit to do with me, I'm gonna post mad fire emojis with the song playing off the little IG stories. I'm gonna make it look pretty, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, let's go fuck with this." I'm a fan. I'm a fan
Straight
too.
up.
I don't always have to be the rapper. I'm a fan of a lot of people who do great work. So it's like
Yep.
I'm working with you. That's how I think of you. That's where I place you. So it's like even if it doesn't come back the same way, because not everybody knows how to show love or show respect like that. It comes and goes. So I just hope it's appreciated from my end. You feel me? Because that's how I feel about the people who I work with.
Straight up. What's next for Rob Wells, man? What's next for you, bro? What you got coming up in the near future?
Near future, I'm trying to hopefully get this out by August. I'm talking. Let me see if I could do 8821. Let's see if we could do it by 8821. I'm trying to get this diamond roulette out there. Like I said before, if anybody who didn't already hear it, we got Tammy Jean on the intro with my brother 40RX. And then second song, I'm not going to tell him the name because I want to shock him, but we got second generation Wu-Tang on that bitch. And then the last song, the closer, that's the Diamond Roulette. That's me and my brother Jared Rum. And the 3 songs are just very East Coast and it's so fast in your face. Like when I told Omari make beats that just will capture real, like it just off rip each one, and like I have a position for intro, middle, and then end. Is when people hear how I just got I needed spitters to just open up about their lives. Like you know how we all have that little braggadocious type of come off and be
Absolutely.
be that character. I was like, we're gonna cut that out right now. We're gonna be raw, but because of the caliber I'm trying to show people that the rawness is gonna be at a higher standard than the flaunty persona shit that people really just melt for. It's gonna be like,
Right.
wow. And so it's like I'm not gonna say it's on some '90s shit, but it's like people gonna. I'm hoping people capture it as if it's like music that came out in the '90s. Like it's gonna have that feeling. It's gonna the playback value is gonna have people going like, yeah, straight like
Right.
that.
Right.
I'm gonna just hum it. I'm not gonna start spitting my bars off it, but just know I got a feeling that's gonna be it's really cool. Diamond Roulette is on the way, and like I said it here first, my big homie Toast, like I'm shooting for 8/8, August
Look,
8th, 21.
you
Let's go.
know, there's a lot of people, that's watching this, you know what I'm saying, and they're gonna see it, and they can only wish to be where you are right now. You know what I'm saying? When you got stuff going on, you know what I mean, you're working, you're taking care of family, you know what I'm saying? They may be going through tough times. Leave those people with some words of encouragement to keep pushing and not give up.
I promise. A lot of the effort I put behind all of this shit, damn, I'm still here, right? Okay, yeah, that's so crazy that happened last second. I apologize. My phone just
You
tried to tell.
good. You good.
I leave everything, I leave all of my truth all the way out there for everybody to take for what it is. I don't hide any type of pain. I don't hide any type of struggle. And I'm not gonna lie about being someone I'm not or being somewhere I'm not. I leave everything all laid out on the table. You could go see my worst, whether it's my worst music or whether it's my worst times of my life. at this point, I was young when all of the social media shit started, and a lot of my life is out there. Not everything is perfect. I'm not living in a perfect life, and I didn't start a perfect life, but I'm working toward the perfect life, and everybody should, no matter how dark, how bad, how heavy the days get. Even I could tell you so like about maybe 2-3 of my last weeks, how crazy they've been, and how like it could have seemed like a dark cloud, but every day that I pushed through and made through, just as of recently, I feel like more people have felt that, and like people I'm around, and they had an appreciation of me just trying to keep them positive. There's not anything that should stop anybody outside at this point. There's I have faith in everybody else and what they're doing right now. You feel me? Like
straight up.
Hopefully, if it looks like I'm doing good right now, that's only because whoever's watching who ain't feeling good is probably doing 10 times better. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even my highest, I'll provide an extra stepping stool to put someone higher, just because I want them to know, like, I want to get to where you are, and if it means I have to take you above, you have to go higher for me to get there later, I'm here for it. Everybody has someone who cares about them. Everybody who is watching this, just know every day is an open opportunity to just win. You don't have to make $1 million in one day. You don't have to get a gold record in one day. You don't have to you're not going to stop global warming in one day. You're not going to recycle all the bottles in one. You know what I'm saying? Like all the big, make 4 or 5, 3 people smile one day. That's like, damn, I made 3 of these people smile. Like maybe they're going to remember that tomorrow. And then that story is going to make the next 2, 3 people smile. That's fire. That's dope.
Yeah, definitely. And let the people know where they can follow you at, where they can find your music at. All your socials, all your social media outlets.
You can find me at Rob Wells, ROBWELLZ. That's Instagram. You could Google me. It'll give you links to all my music, which is on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, etc. YouTube Music. Find the clothing at 40 Star Apparel. Follow my record label, 40 Star Unbounded, on Instagram. And yeah, really, it's pretty much Rob Wells across the board. So if you Google Rob Wells with a Z, you'll find me.
Yo, Rob Wells right here on the Big Homie Told Me show, man. It's the first of many. You know what I mean? We're going to definitely get him back on, you know what I'm saying, so we can catch up with him and see where he's at in the future. You know what it is, man. He coming straight from New York right now, you know what I'm saying, and he just hopped on the Big Homie Told Me show, gave so much game, so much insight. We appreciate you being on, bro.
Bro, I appreciate you. And we're really going to make something happen in the future. That's my word. That's my word.
Absolutely. We locked in, bro. You take care.
God bless, bro. Wow.